And there was a bunch of what are termed key messages generic and key messages sea lice.
Yes.
Did you review those, Mr. Thompson?
Did I review them?
Yes. Did you actually meet with any of the U.S. senators who were meeting with officials within DFO to get briefed on aquaculture facilities in the industry here in British Columbia?
I was part of a group that met with some state senators from California that came up to tour aquaculture facilities and also to talk about aquaculture and how it's managed. And so that is what this particular email is referring to, then yes, I remember doing that.
Under the heading Key Messages Sea Lice, the second bullet down says DFO laboratory studies continue to show no evidence of a negative impact to juvenile pink salmon as a result of exposure to farm-source sea lice. Was that the message that DFO presented to the U.S. senators who were meeting with respect to BC fish farms?
Well, I'm not sure if that particular message was presented, no.
But certainly that was being proposed as a message to go out to the U.S. senators by this email chain, was it not?
These were suggested messages provided to provide advice or information to the U.S. State senators, yes.
Has that been marked yet? Lost track. Thank you. Tab 15, a conservation document. I'm going to turn to both you, Mr. Thompson, and you, Mr. Schwartfager. Do you recognize this email chain from Sharon Ford?
Yes, we do.
Both of you do? If we scroll down just slightly, you'll see that there's an email that you emanated, Mr. Schwartfager, on 29 March 2010. And if you need to reference the other side, there's a long email from Mary Ellen Walling of March 22, 2010. And then your reaction to her long email, I suggest to you, is contained in your email of March 29. Is that a fair, accurate representation of what's going on here?
Yes.
Could that be marked as the next exhibit, please?
1636.
Could we have conservation document number 60, please? Now, either you, Mr. Thompson, or you, Mr. Schwartfager, do you recognize this DFO National Aquaculture Communications and Outreach approach?
Yes, I recognize it as a draft document that was developed but never completed or approved.
Do you know who prepared this?
I'm pretty sure this was prepared in our communications directorate with a lot of input from a consultant based in Halifax, whose name I can't remember, Mike Randall, I think, but perhaps I'm wrong on that.
All right. I'm going to ask you to turn to the executive summary on the second page. In the second paragraph, if we can just highlight that briefly, Mr. Lunn. There's mention made in the first paragraph about aquaculture production in Canada, how it's more than doubled since 1996, what its value is. And then it says, to that end, the government of Canada has committed $70 million over the next 5 years to build our aquaculture industry to make it more successful and competitive.